My sister took $500,000 and disappeared when family tragedy meets money. Who deserves what? $500,000? That's what my brother's widow walked away with 3 months after his funeral. Not a penny went to the medical bills that bankrupted my parents. Not a dime toward the mortgage they co-signed so he could start his business. Nothing for the family that raised him, buried him, and now carries his debt. I'm Jennifer, and I need you to tell me something. Was she wrong? Because legally, she did nothing wrong. The life insurance named her as beneficiary. The courts agreed. Even our lawyer said we had no case. But morally, I genuinely don't know anymore. Welcome to Real Talk Relationships, where today we're diving into the messiest intersection of family, death, and money. This one's going to hurt. We grew up lower middle class in Ohio, the kind of childhood where new school clothes meant hand-me-downs and family vacation meant camping in the backyard. Mom worked double shifts as a nurse. Dad did construction when his back allowed it. My brother Tom and I knew every dollar was earned through someone's pain. I became the responsible one-state school, practical degree, government job with benefits. Tom was the dreamer. At 26, he wanted to start a landscaping business. Had the vision, the work ethic, but zero capital. Our parents, despite barely making ends meet, co-signed a $180,000 business loan. Their retirement fund became his collateral. Their modest house became his safety net. That's just what family did in our world. You bet on each other. Tom met Vanessa at a networking event. She was everything our family wasn't. Private school educated, family money, worked in tech consulting, making 6 figures before 30. We honestly wondered what she saw in him. Not that Tom wasn't great, but they came from different universes. When they got engaged after 8 months, Mom was thrilled. Dad was cautious. I was suspicious. Vanessa was perfectly polite at family dinners but never warm. Checked her phone constantly. Made subtle comments about our neighborhood being charming in that way rich people do when they mean quaint and poor. She contributed nothing to the wedding, citing student loans. Her parents paid for their honeymoon 2 weeks in Bali that cost more than our parents' annual income. The disconnect was already forming. Year 2 of marriage, Tom's business was struggling. The loan payments were crushing. Our parents, now in their 60s, were working extra shifts to cover what Tom couldn't. Dad's back was getting worse. Mom developed stress-related hypertension. Family meeting at our parents' house. Topic: could Vanessa help with the monthly payments? Just $2,000 a month until the business stabilized. Her response, and I'll never forget, this was delivered with a PowerPoint presentation. Literally, she'd prepared slides showing her separate finances, her retirement goals, legal precedent for spousal debt responsibility, a cost-benefit analysis of lending versus enabling. Her conclusion: this debt predates our marriage. I'm not legally or morally obligated to absorb Tom's family's financial decisions. She suggested they restructure expectations or liquidate assets. She meant sell your house. Tom started working 18-hour days, took contracts in neighboring states. I'd see him at family dinners exhausted, 20 pounds lighter, this haunted look in his eyes. Vanessa would sit next to him scrolling Instagram, One night, I cornered him. You're killing yourself. I have to keep the business going. If it fails, Mom and Dad lose everything. Their house, Jung, their home. Then ask your wife. She's right, he interrupted. It's not her debt. I just need to work harder. 6 months later, Tom had a massive heart attack during a job. 42 years old, died before the ambulance arrived. Left behind a wife, a failing business, and parents drowning in debt they'd never escape, and a $500,000 life insurance policy none of us knew existed. We found out by accident. Vanessa's mother mentioned it at a post-funeral brunch, something about, at least the insurance will help Vanessa start fresh. My mother nearly dropped her coffee cup. What insurance? Vanessa had never mentioned it. Tom must have taken out the policy years ago, naming his wife as beneficiary like most married people do. Standard stuff. Except the policy was massive, far more than a landscaper should afford, which explained why Tom had been even more broke than we realized. We called Vanessa that night, asked if she'd help with Tom's debts now that she had resources. The funeral home bill alone was $15,000. The business owed suppliers, and that $180,000 loan our parents co-signed. The bank was already sending notices. Vanessa showed up with her lawyer. That's how we knew. My mother, devastated and desperate. Tom was our son. This money came from a policy he bought while under our roof. Eating our food? Actually, the lawyer interrupted, Tom purchased this policy 6 months into the marriage. Using marital funds? My client is the sole legal beneficiary. We're not asking for all of it, Dad tried. Just enough to pay what we owe because of him. Vanessa finally spoke. Her voice was quiet but sharp as glass. Your son worked himself to death trying to fix a problem you created by lending money you couldn't afford to lose. You made Tom responsible for your retirement. Now, you want to make me responsible for yours? He was your husband, who you taught that love means financial self-destruction. Vanessa left town. No forwarding address. Changed her phone number. We heard through mutual friends she moved to Seattle, started a new job, bought a condo with cash. My parents ended up declaring bankruptcy, lost the house. They're living with me now in my 2-bedroom apartment, all 3 of us, in a space that barely fits 2. Mom's health has declined. Dad barely speaks. The business dissolved. Creditors took everything. Tom's tools, his truck. His dreams auctioned off to pay fractions of debts, and somewhere out there, Vanessa is living a comfortable life funded by my brother's death. Legally blameless? Morally? I genuinely can't decide. Because the more time passes, the more complicated it gets. Was she wrong? Or was she the only person in this story with boundaries? Let me be clear about something. I hated Vanessa for months. Still do most days. But here's what I've started seeing. She didn't ask my parents to co-sign that loan. She argued against it. Tom told me once she'd said, if they can't afford to lose it, they can't afford to lend it. She didn't force Tom to work himself to death. He made that choice, driven by guilt our family cultivated. Family helps family. A man takes care of his obligations. We praised his sacrifice while it killed him. She didn't hide the insurance money. Tom never told us about it. Maybe because he knew we'd see it as family money, not his wife's security. What if Vanessa wasn't cold? Just the only person who understood that love without boundaries destroys everyone. Here's what this nightmare taught me about family and money. Never co-sign debt you can't absorb. My parents gambled their security on my brother's dreams. Love doesn't make risky financial decisions smart. Discuss money expectations before marriage. Tom and Vanessa never aligned on family financial obligations. That misalignment killed my brother. Life insurance beneficiaries matter enormously. If you want money to go to parents or siblings, name them. Don't assume your spouse will do the right thing. Boundaries aren't selfishness. Vanessa protected herself from financial ruin. We called it heartless. But she's the only person in this story who isn't bankrupt. Family obligation should never mean financial martyrdom. Tom thought proving love meant destroying himself. We taught him that. We killed him. It's been 18 months. My parents are adjusting to their smaller life. Mom's on better medication. Dad found part-time work at Home Depot ironic, considering he used to run crews. I've taken on extra freelance work to support all three of us. We never heard from Vanessa again. No Christmas card. No acknowledgement of Tom's birthday. She erased us completely. Sometimes I imagine what I'd say if I saw her. Other times, I wonder if she's traumatized too. Maybe she's in therapy, wrestling with her own version of this story. Maybe she thinks we're the villains who destroyed her husband. The truth? We're probably all right and all wrong. Tom's death revealed what his life concealed. Nobody in our family knew how to love each other without it costing everything. Thanks for staying with me through that. I know it's heavy, and I know there's no easy answer here if you've dealt with inheritance disputes, family, financial entanglements, or the intersection of grief and money. Drop a comment. Tell me your story. Tell me who you think was wrong, me, Vanessa, my parents, Tom, all of us, and maybe hug your family. Then talk about money clearly, specifically, before tragedy forces the conversation. Until next time, protect your peace, but also protect each other. Somehow, we have to figure out how to do both. This is Real Talk Relationships. Stay complicated.